And we are live. Welcome back to Takes by Fans. We have a great show for you today. As always, be sure to follow me on Twitter at Takes by Fans and come watch live Monday through Friday, noon Eastern at twitch.tv/Takes by Fans. Alrighty, well, we got our second group of the games of the playoffs that happened yesterday, and we had some good ones, folks. This Portland Lakers series is going to live up to what we deserve. We deserve this series. This is a series that you deserve if you wait 130-something days in between basketball games, and then another couple of days for scrimmages, and then another couple of days for regular seeding games that nobody really even cared about. I mean, except the Blazers, because they ended up getting in the playoffs because of those seeding games. But this series, man, Portland getting it done, 100-93. The Lakers, everybody thought the Lakers were dominant. They were -6. They were -6 points. When we saw that yesterday on our moneymaker, it blew my mind. I should have put my entire house on this game. I should have bet my children on this game. Bruh. They won outright. We took them +6, and they didn't even need it. I can't believe the spread was that high. Vegas will correct that next tomorrow, so if you missed out, you missed out. We'll try and get you another moneymaker today, but this series is shaping up to be absolutely fantastic. Damian Lillard went off. He went scoreless in the third quarter, but in the fourth quarter, some huge dimes. Clutch Carmelo Anthony showed up. Did y'all think that the clutch player of the year would not show up? Come on, don't disrespect Carmelo Anthony like that. A late fourth quarter three to put him up 6 when they were already up 3. Fantastic. We'll see it in the highlights. Oh, but I digress from this game because honestly, probably the best game of the night. Best game of the night. Blazers took an early first quarter lead. Lakers kind of challenged them in the second. Third quarter kind of back and forth. Fourth quarter kind of back and forth until about like halfway through the fourth. And then the Blazers were hitting their shots. They put up 100. Lakers couldn't get there. They lose 193. The Bucks lost to the Magic. The Magic without Aaron Gordon. Chris Middleton, can you please step up for Milwaukee? Giannis is doing literally all he can, and what do? You put up 14 points. Oh, I'll put up 14. Giannis, you got... No! Chris Middleton, you're the number 2. Please, step up. Giannis is crying out for help against this Orlando team. Come on. Well, they were on their bullshit, man. What hurts the Bucks? Outside shooters, and everybody on the Magic was like, hey, can I hit a 3? Because they were draining from everywhere. People were hitting their shots consistently. Magic would get out to like a double-digit lead, and then the Bucks would just come back, narrow it down to about like 6, and then the Magic were like, hang on, we're going to hit some more outside jumpers, and they just were consistent all night. The Bucks just could not stop them, unfortunate. The Magic were able to kind of stop Giannis down low. They cut that shit out, but Giannis, he just needed that number 2, and nobody showed up for him. Everybody showed up for the Orlando Magic, especially Nikola Vucevic, Markelle Fultz. Absolutely fantastic. Terrence Ross even stepped up. DJ Augustine, all just doing their part for the Magic. They're able to take game 1. Will they be able to continue it in game 2? Probably not, but hey, I mean, they have to earn our respect. I mean, they deserve our respect already for winning game 1. So, hey, we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they can pull it together for game 2. Heat Pacers, another series that we kind of deserve. This one was kind of close, but then Jimmy Buckets got going in the fourth quarter and was able to put that one away. We'll watch that. And then we kind of called this one correct yesterday on Takes by Fans. We ended up taking the Rockets minus a half a point, and they won pretty convincingly. They shot about 43s, and that's what they do. I mean, just unfortunate for the Thunder. I mean, they were kind of keeping up, but when a team shoots 43s and they make about like 20 of them, it's bound that you lose, and it's just unfortunate. It's just unfortunate. Thunder really tried their best. It was competitive. It was competitive. The Rockets really had like a double-digit lead kind of consistently throughout the game, but the Thunder, they were putting up points. They put up 83 points through 3 quarters, which is not bad at all. And if you weren't facing a Rockets team who were just jacking up threes, which is their identity, then this game would have been even closer. And they may have even won against the team that wasn't the Rockets, because they were able to put up 83 points through 3 quarters, which is very, very good. And it's just unfortunate that the Thunder has to run into the Rockets. They don't match up well. They're just going to get outshot every night. OKC, they have good shooters, but not as good as the Rockets that can really sustain putting up like 45 plus threes. The Thunder just are not built that way, and it's unfortunate that they have to face the Rockets first round, because it probably is going to be a first round exit for the Thunder, which is truly unfortunate, because what Chris Paul has done for this OKC team of just bringing a ton of role players together and competing night in and night out, getting the 4th seed in the West, it's commendable. It's brilliant. It's magnificent. It's fun to watch. So with that, I mean, we tip the cap to Chris Paul, but unfortunately they do have to run into the Rockets. So let's just get right into the highlights now and see the games in action here. Here we go. Bucks Magic. Vucevic, he was on his bullshit. 35 points for the man. Well done. Possibly cashless nominee. Y'all have to wait a little bit later in the show for that. But Giannis getting out to an early 2-point lead, and you better say goodbye to that lead, because you'll never see that lead again for the rest of the game, Bucks. Here we go. Orlando up 3. Markelle Fultz, mid-range jumper, well done. They take this lead, and they don't look back for the rest of the game. Vucevic, at the end of the first quarter, drains that 3 there. That man was the key to this game. No Aaron Gordon, no problem. Going inside, no problem. Who's going to stop him? Is Giannis going to stop him? No, he's not going to stop him. Here we go. Fultz again, a big 3. Their lead's up 12 now. Terrence Ross getting into the action there. Able to finish at the bucket. Well done. Here we go. Second half, third quarter. Giannis staying with it, here they go. They cut the lead down to 6 here, but it's gonna be Vucevic, baby, down inside, able to get the little sky hook there. Gary Clark there with the 3. Vucevic another 3, put him up double digits here late in the third. Here we go. The Bucks are going to try to come back once again. Chris Middleton to Giannis. That's good. 8-point game. Chris Middleton here dishes it to Brook Lopez. He's able to hit the nice little hook there to cut the lead down to 6. All right. But now the Magic, Terrence Ross, a thunderous dunk. Fantastic there. And then a 3-pointer from DJ Augustine, and a 3-pointer from Vucevic, and that's going to close out the game, y'all. Another one? No, a missed 3, but gets tapped out, and DJ Augustine will say, hey, I'll take that. I'll take that. Everybody was hitting for this Magic team. Well done all around. The Bucks end up losing game 1. Is that a note of concern? Absolutely, but, if you're Milwaukee, you're definitely feeling good, because you know that for Orlando to win, everybody had to be on their bullshit, and everybody was on their bullshit. Here we go. Looking at the box stats, Vucevic with 35 points and 14 rebounds. Absolutely fantastic game by him all around. He shot 62%. He shot 5 of 8 from 3. Absolutely magnificent. Gary Clark, 15 points, well done. Markelle Fultz, 15 points. Terrence Ross and DJ Augustine off the bench, putting up double-digit points. That's what we love to see. And look at this. DJ Augustine off the bench in 23 minutes. He put up 11 points and 11 assists. Well done. Absolutely fantastic job off the bench. Terrence Ross with 18 points, shooting 53%. Fantastic as well. Literally just getting great contributions from 1 through 5, and then from 2 players off the bench. Orlando, well done all around. Everybody was hitting, as I was saying, and everybody was hitting from the 3. So well done. They took 41 threes, hit 16. Not too shabby. Not too shabby, if you ask me. That's what's gonna beat the Bucks. That's what beats the Bucks. Outside shooting. Can Orlando keep this up? Maybe they could. They didn't really show us this during the seeding games. They kind of abysmal in those seeding games. I think they only won two of those games, and I think at least one of those came when Aaron Gordon was actually playing. So not too hopeful that the Magic can keep this performance up, but maybe they could. I do think this is kind of like I don't want to say like a fluke game, but a game that's not going to probably happen consistently during the 7-game series. Maybe they can do it once more, maybe like game 6, game 5 or 6, but if you're the Bucks, I'd feel a little bit more hopeful that Chris Middleton will get it going, because the man only had 14 points on 33% shooting, not great, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Giannis just needed somebody else to go get a 20-point game. That's all he needed, and nobody could show out for him. The second leading scorer for the team was Eric Bledsoe. Yeah, not what you really want to see. Great country. I was very, very impressed by George Hill in this game. Fantastic off the bench, 16 points. No, he was actually their second leading scorer with 16 points. So George Hill, fantastic work off the bench. 5 assists to go with that. So not bad at all. Actually, a great performance. When he was in, the team was actually able to kind of get it done a little bit. Offensively. Eric Bledsoe, as I said, 15 points. Well done by him. But then Brook Lopez, 5 points in 29 minutes. Chris Middleton, huge, underwhelming performance. Giannis needs you, man. Giannis was able to put up 31 and 17. I mean, what more do you want from the man? 31, 17, and 7. He did his thing. He did what Giannis does, what you expect Giannis to do consistently. Just nobody able to bring it home for him. I mean, if you look at the top leading scorers for Orlando, it was really spread out. Here we go. Vucevic with 35, but then we had Gary Clark with 15, James Ennis with 11, Fournier with 9, Markelle Fultz with 15, Terrence Ross with 18, and DJ Augustine with 11. But then you look at the top scorers for Milwaukee, you got a great performance by Giannis, but then just a huge drop off from 31 points to 16 points, and then Eric Bledsoe put up 15. Chris Middleton with 14, Wesley Matthews with 10, and then another huge fall off there. Brook Lopez with 5 was the next highest leading scorer. Kyle Korver with 6. I mean, it's just a huge drop off in points, and that's what you expect when the Bucks only put up 110. You expect Giannis to do the heavy lifting, the heavy load, but nobody to really follow up with him. So, unfortunate for the Bucks, they lose. I want to put the entire Bucks list on the trash list, but I felt that was like a little too lazy. So we did pick one person that we do think it's the main fault and did put him on the trash list. So I'm pretty sure you guys can guess who I'm going to put on the trash list, but I'll keep you waiting and won't spoil it. We'll see that a little later in the show. All right, let's move on to the Heat and Pacers now. Oh, boy. TJ Warren kind of was getting it going in the first quarter. We thought we were going to have, a great TJ Warren game, a 35-plus point game for TJ Warren on 60% shooting, but we didn't quite get that. We got Jimmy Butler there with the steal and finish. This game was really close until midway fourth quarter when the Heat were able to hit some good threes, consistent jumpers, and take the lead, but here we go. Victor Oladipo ends up leaving the game. He does not return. He got poked in the eye. He hits the free throw, but then he exits the game. So hopefully nothing too serious. Hopefully he's in for game 2. There's TJ Warren. This is when we thought he was going to be back on his bullshit. Kind of cooled off a little bit as the game progressed. Put up a solid 25. Bam Adebayo to Jimmy Butler here. Jimmy Butler finishing with a great dunk. Well done by him. Here we go. Moving on to the second quarter. Another steal by Jimmy Butler. The lead got up to 8, but the Pacers will come back a little bit here. Midway third quarter. Just throws it up. Bam Adebayo. He had himself a game. Well done there. Able to get it to fall. All right, now 3 points, and they're going to tie the game here. Absolutely fantastic. Doug McDermott coming in clutch. Then we got TJ McConnell there. 85-85 tie game. Jakar Sampson breaks the tie. They go up 2 now. Heat up 1, and Goran Dragic, big time 3. Well done. Up 4. Now up 5. Goran Dragic again. Now up 8. Well done. The threes are starting to fall for the Heat. Jimmy Butler off the screen. Yes, sir. Extending the lead. Buckets were falling here late in the fourth quarter, and the Pacers, they just could not keep up. Jimmy Butler again. That's really the icing on the cake there. Jimmy Butler again, just putting nail after nail after nail in the coffin. After the Pacers were trying to pry those nails out, Jimmy Butler just kept hammering them in. Absolutely magnificent performance by him late in the fourth quarter. Heat get the win, 113-101. All right, let's go into the box score. Jimmy Butler, as I said, 28 points, fantastic work. A lot of those points coming late in the fourth quarter. He was able to get it going, so well done by him. Goran Dragic, I mean, the real number 2 of this team, absolutely fantastic. 24 points, some big time shots as well in the fourth quarter, so well done. Tyler Hero doing what he does off the bench, 15 points by him. Bam Adebayo, 17 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, a huge presence down low for them, and kind of got it done in every facet of the game. 17 points, fantastic. 10 rebounds, 4 offensive, so 4 extra possessions for them, and then 6 assists. Well done, leading the team in assists. Who would have thought? So Bam Adebayo, a huge tip of the cap. He was plus 23 when he was on the floor. The man was truly unstoppable for them, so well done. Then we go to Indiana. TJ Warren. What do I say? The Pacers struggle to put up points when TJ Warren is not scoring points heavy. Just able to cross the 100-point mark, but TJ Warren didn't have that great of a game in his standards, right? In his bubble standards. 22 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists on 50% shooting. TJ Warren, what is going on? 50% shooting? What are you? Jimmy Butler? Come on, I don't know. Jimmy Butler shot 53%, so pretty close. TJ Warren does not shoot 50%. TJ Warren shoots 65% up. He shoots 73%. Let me see those numbers. It's time for the playoffs, baby. You got to activate that mode. You got to go beast mode and drop 35 on 65% shooting, TJ Warren. Come on. This is the second time you face the Heat in the bubble, and you've kind of underwhelming performance. TJ Warren, come on, got to get it together. We think he will, but the way this Heat team plays, I mean, great defensively by them, holding the Pacers to 101 points, and then able to activate that three-pointer mode late in the fourth quarter to secure your win, so well done by the Heat. And, I mean, Malcolm Brogdon, that was their second leading scorer for the Pacers, putting up 22. And without him, I mean, look at this. This is abysmal, y'all. This is really abysmal. So well done by TJ Warren and Malcolm Brogdon for putting up, good points. 22 points is solid. But then everybody else, I mean, we got Aaron Holiday, 9. We got Miles Turner, 9. We got Victor Oladipo. He did not play a lot of minutes. I get it. He went out in the fourth quarter, so we can make the exception here. That's a huge blow for Indiana with Victor Oladipo not playing. We hope it's nothing too serious. It was just like a little poke in the eye, and then he missed and this happened in the first quarter, so he had a ton of time to come back. He had, after halftime to come back, so we're hoping it's not too serious that he's missing games. We wouldn't expect it to be that serious with just like an eye injury. He shot his free throw after it, so it's not like it was dire that he was permanently blind and needed to be rushed to the hospital or anything. But we do hope that he comes back, so this series is a little bit tighter. It was tight really through 3.5 quarters. Just midway through the fourth, things were starting to fall for the Heat, and that was it. So the Pacers just needed that third scoring option. They did not get it. Whereas we had some good people step up. So Jimmy Butler and Goran Dragic were the top 2 scorers, but then Bam Adebayo being the third leading scorer with 17 points, and then we have Tyler Hero being the fourth leading scorer with 15 points. So that was the difference. You can see it. Indiana just could not find that third option to give them the good points that they needed. So the Heat win 113-101, and we move on to the Rockets-Thunder game. Ugh, man, I'm really rooting for Chris Paul. He's one of my favorite players in the league. We wish him the best. We want him to get a ring finally. Doesn't look like it's going to happen this year, unfortunately. I mean, it's the Rockets. No Russell Westbrook, and they say no problem. James Harden. Watch him just lull him and then drives. We know this. He's well rested. He's healthy. Just off that first step, he's so explosive still. He's good to go. I mean, yeah, the Rockets led this game basically the entire time. We got Jeff Green there for 3. We got James Harden going in again. Big lead here going into halftime. And they'll hold on to it. I mean, not really. It was competitive for a 12-point plus lead throughout the entire game. Thunder were trying to keep themselves in it, but the Rockets were just hitting threes. I mean, they shot about 45 of them. James Harden cashing out there, and they hit about 43% of them, so absolutely fantastic. Another one by James Harden, extending the lead to 101-83 here in the third quarter. Jeff Green again. They shot the lights out the gym through the 3. This is what I was talking about. Through 3 quarters, I mean, the score was pretty tight. I mean, OKC putting up 83 points through 3 quarters is fantastic. And if it was against any other team than the Rockets, they would probably be leading going into the 4th. But it unfortunately was the Rockets, and they're down about 20 going into the 4th. And they did not have themselves a great 4th quarter. We looked. They only put up 19. Just unfortunate that they run into the Rockets. Look at this. A 40-point second quarter, a 36-point third quarter. What do the Thunder need to do? They're not going to be able to shoot with the Rockets. They're just not going to be able to keep up scoring-wise, which is truly unfortunate. And once they get Russell Westbrook back, it's going to be an absolute wrap. So I think, unfortunately, we see what the series is going to develop into, and it's not good for the Thunder. I mean, this was probably, besides the 4th quarter, this was probably the best game. I mean, one of the best games they've played in the bubble, really. Everybody was good. They were putting up the points. Just Rockets were shooting threes. Let's take a look at how many they actually shot, because 52. All right, they shot 52. They made 23s, y'all. They made 23s. So what did OKC do? Houston shot 52 threes, made 20 of them. OKC shot 35 and made 13. That's 7 more threes. 7. That's 21 points. Where can the Thunder make up 21 points? They ended up losing by 15. They lost by 15. And they got outshot by the 3 by 7, so that's 21 points. I mean, that's the difference. You can tell. They lost by 15, and they lost by 21 in the 3-point category. So, I mean, there it is, folks. That's the figure. That's the difference. And OKC, they're just not going to be able to keep up with the 3 points from Houston. It's that simple. It's truly unfortunate. They match up well. They got the secret weapon. You know, Steve Adams down low. 17 points and 12 rebounds on 27 minutes is not bad for him. The Rockets go small, so maybe just keep feeding Steve Adams down low inside. Maybe try and get make up those 21 unanswered 3-pointer points by trying to have Steve Adams go down low. I mean, play him a little bit longer and see how he does. See if he can put up more than 17. I mean, but Chris Paul putting up 20. Gallinari putting up 29 on 52%. Well done by him. I mean, but then just no 4th option. The Thunder just needed a 4th option. They couldn't go that deep. The 4th leading scorer was Shane Gilgeous-Alexander with 9 points. They just got outshot by the Rockets. That's it. They got outshot by 3 by the Rockets. I mean, look at this. Look at these points. James Harden, 37 points, 11 rebounds. I mean, absolutely fantastic performance. Eric Gordon, they were missing him. He put up 21 points. He's back. He's good. He's ready to rock. We had Jeff Green. We saw him a couple times on the highlights putting up 22. Then we had Ben McLemore. Is this their 4th option? Yeah, their fourth option was putting up 14 points, and their 5th option, PJ Tucker, was putting up 11. So, you know, Houston, they were just a little bit deeper, and everybody was just hitting threes, and it's just unfortunate. Just unfortunate for the Thunder. Commendable season, fantastic work by Chris Paul and company. But this is going to be it. This is the series. This is how it's going to go. Every game is going to go how Game 1 is going. OKC is playing very well, and if it was against any other team than the Rockets, then they would probably be winning going into the fourth. But it's not. They face the Rockets. The Rockets will be scoring 100 points through three quarters every single game. The series market. That is a Takes by Fans market. That will come true. That will happen. So this is the blueprint for the series moving on, and this is going to be a sweep, y'all. This is going to be a sweep. I hate to say it because I love Chris Paul and I love what he's done for this Thunder team, but this is it. They just don't have the firepower to keep up with the Rockets, and the Rockets first round healthy, rested, besides Russell Westbrook, and they're still getting it done. So this is the series. This is the blueprint. It will be a 4-0 sweep. Market. Houston wins 4 straight games against the Thunder. If Thunder could have definitely hugely benefited from a home court advantage if this was a regular season, but once again, unfortunately for the Thunder, nothing is really going the Thunder's way. They have to face Houston first round, and they have no home court advantage. So the home court would have provided that extra spark they need offensively and would have deterred James Harden just a little bit, got into his head, and they wouldn't be making 20 out of 53 threes. I'll tell you that if they had to go into OKC. So truly unfortunate for the Thunder. They end up losing the game 123-108. Rockets get the dub in Game 1, and that brought us to the nightcap. Oh boy, the King versus the up-and-coming Lillard and Blazers. Here we go. Let's get right into it. Man, this game was good. Portland was able to get out to a little bit of a lead. Lakers got it back and forth, fourth quarter. That's when Damian Lillard arrives officially. Here we go. Damian Lillard putting him up big early. Got a 9-point lead. Make it 12 coming off the screen. Well done. Then we got Nurkic. He had a double-double in the first quarter. 10 points, 10 rebounds. The man got it done. But then LeBron and company settled down. They were able to get it going. Here we go. LeBron all the way out to Dwight Howard. And I think he may have broken the rim on this one. They don't show it in the highlights, but if you watch the game, a Dwight Howard dunk broke the entire basket. They had to bring in the technicians to fix it real quick. LeBron loves it. Just playing quarterback with the assist. A little bit of a tap. Who wants the ball here? Ends up in Damian Lillard's hand. Extends the lead up to 6. Lakers bring it within 1, and then an Anthony Davis dunk breaks the lead for the Lakers. Back down inside against CJ McCollum. I mean, that's a mismatch if I've ever seen one. Here we go into the third quarter now. Blocked. Go run outlet. Anthony Davis able to finish. He had himself a game. Him and the King did their part. They just did not have that third option. They didn't have the third option. Truly unfortunate. Here we go. Portland up 7, but it's Anthony Davis down inside with the dunk. Brings them within 5. Then we got Damian Lillard splitting the defense. Dumps it off to Hassan Whiteside. Well done by him. He had himself a pretty decent game there. Here we go now officially in the fourth quarter. Kyle Kuzma ties the game. Lakers now up here. Kyle Kuzma running the break. Takes it all the way and finishes at the rim. Yes, sir. He puts up the muscles. Yes, sir. If you're going to drive to the rim like that and convert, fuck it. Put it up. But then Damian Lillard, I mean, we all know what he did in these bubble games already, and he's continuing it here. Did you think he would stop? No. 3 after 3 after 3. Nurkic knows. He says it's Dame time, baby. Y'all thought. Y'all forgot. Y'all don't keep clocks in your hotel room here. Come on. And then we're gonna get a clutch Carmelo Anthony sighting in a second, y'all. Damian Lillard hits the 3, put him up by 3, right? Tied at 89. Damian Lillard just hit that shot. Here we go. 3 minutes to play. Let's keep a look at it. 2:30 now. Dump it off to Carmelo Anthony. Yes, sir. The clutch player of the year. And he takes the lead from 3 to 6 there with 2 minutes, 30 seconds left. Absolute huge shot there. But he's not done, y'all. The man is not done. More clutch Carmelo Anthony coming up on the next play. Maybe next other play. Here we go. Anthony Davis has to get his play in first. A dunk brings them within 2 points. But then clutch Carmelo Anthony once again. Oh, look at this feed. Look at this feed inside to Gary Trent Jr. He hits the 3. Brings them back up 5. Nurkic down low. Game ender. End it. End it. End it. He says, goodbye, Lakers. What y'all thought? We the 8th seed and we getting the dubs out here. Another 8th seed brings down the 1 seed. Blazers score 100-93. Well done. Clutch Carmelo Anthony, y'all. A huge clutch 3 to extend the lead up to 6. And then a huge clutch assist for a 3 to put them up 5. And that was really it for the Lakers. All right, let's start with the Lakers first. I mean, LeBron, absolute monstrosity here. 23 points, 17 rebounds, 16 assists. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Absolutely magnificent by the King. Anthony Davis, 28 points, 11 rebounds. I mean, not bad, right? Kyle Kuzma contributed his normal off the bench, 14 points, 8 rebounds, doing his part. Danny Green, not too shabby, 10 points. 2 of 8 from 3, which, we want to see those numbers get up a little bit more. But 10 points, not too bad. I mean, Caldwell Pope, come on. 1 point. Absolutely ridiculous. Runs across the board. Ones everywhere on his stat line on 29 minutes. Not good at all. JaVale McGee, non-factor, only played 12 minutes. But that was it. That's it. Deion Waiters didn't even play. He played a minute. Got none of him. Would have liked to see him play a little bit. LeBron still doesn't trust J.R. Smith to get in the game when it actually matters. So we'll keep an eye on to see if J.R. Smith actually plays any minutes here in the playoffs, or if he's just there for a worst case scenario. And once you cross the King, it's hard to come back. So I do not expect James or J.R. Smith to really play, and only bring him out if there's no other person really able to go out onto the court and play. But Damian Lillard, Dame time is still here. Dame time is still all around the clock. Check your watches, y'all, and it does not look like it's slowing down anytime soon. So 34 points by Damian Lillard, absolutely fantastic. CJ McCollum actually kind of stepping up a little bit. Well done, 21 points. That's very good for CJ McCollum being the number 2. And then the number 3 option, Nurkic, with 16 points and 15 rebounds. We said he had 10 and 10 of those in the first quarter. Got into a little bit of foul trouble, but Hassan Whiteside kind of relieved him a little bit. 7 points and 8 rebounds. It doesn't look like a lot, but he was kind of effective while he was in there. Not shown in the stat sheet, but when you watch the game, he was really able to get it done for them. So well done to him. And then clutch Carmelo Anthony. Yes, only 11 points, but it's when those points came and we saw that 3 ball hit, extending that lead with 2:30 left to go in the fourth quarter. That's clutch, man. That is the definition of clutch, hitting shots down or hitting shots when time is winding down, extending your lead up to 6, man. That's tough, especially for the Lakers who kind of struggle with the 3 ball a little bit. They only hit 5. They made 5 threes. The Rockets made 20. They shot 5 of 32, 15%, not very good. And the Blazers shot 13 of 34, man. Damian Lillard hit 6 threes. He was on his James Harden. Absolutely fantastic what he did there. I mean, Nurkic, McCollum, Lillard, Carmelo, they're all getting it done. They end up winning. The Lakers are in trouble, man. The Lakers are in trouble because this is what Portland does, man. They're just great late. They're great. I mean, Damian Lillard is just going to pull up from 3. He's still feeling it. It doesn't look like he's going to cool down anytime soon, like TJ Warren. He's not spotty like TJ Warren. Damian Lillard will do this night in and night out in the Lakers. They will not be able to keep up with it. They've got nobody to keep up with Damian Lillard, unfortunately. LeBron, I mean, Yeah, we would have liked to see a little bit more points, but I mean, when you're doing 17 rebounds and 16 assists, I mean, really, what more do you want from the King? What more do you want from the King in his 18th season here? He needs somebody else to go get it done. Anthony Davis, he's not, the big shooter that they need, so they need Kyle Kuzma to step up just a little bit more. We need to see more than 14 points. We need to see more than 5 3-pointers attempted and only 1 made. We need to see those get up. Danny Green, you need to step up in the 3 just a little bit more. We cannot have you shooting 2 for 8 from 3. We need more. We need more threes here. So maybe see what J.R. Smith can do with the 3 ball. I mean, that would be the only reason why you would play J.R. Smith is to try and get some explosive 3 ball action. But I mean, can we really count on him? No. And this Lakers team, who are you going to count on for the constant 3? Pretty much Kyle Kuzma. That would be your go-to. He did not have a great game yesterday. And then Danny Green would probably be your second option for consistent 3s. And once again, he was not off. He doesn't really come up big a lot. Danny Green, not a very good clutch player, not a big-time performer. You kind of just have to hope that he's on that night that you need him. And they needed him yesterday, and he was not on. So truly unfortunate. The Lakers end up losing. Who would have thought? Well, a lot of people, because this Blazers team is the real deal. Went 6-2 in the seeding games, clawing their way up to that A seed, and then finishing the job with that play-in tournament, able to beat the Grizzlies that first game. Really no problem for them. So well done to the Blazers. We tip the cap to them, everybody. Everybody on that team really putting in the work and doing their part to get that close 8-point win or 7-point win against the Lakers. Alrighty, now it's time for the cash and trash list. Let's get this going. We looked at all the games yesterday, so we can finally make the list and see who deserves to stay, who deserves to go, who deserves to get on. So we can start with Damian Lillard. He was already on here, and yeah, he's going to stay. He's going to stay. We just looked at him. 34 points on 42% shooting, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, absolute clutch in the fourth quarter. Hitting big-time 3s. He's had a plus 19 when he's on the court. Big reason why they won the game, no doubt. So obviously he can stay. All right, that brings us to Darius Bazley and Mike Muscala. Yeah, we can take them off. The team loses. They're coming off the bench and not really non-factors really. Bazley with 9 points, Mike Muscala with 3. Not a lot of minutes. Just on there, we were looking to put some players on there, and they did work in their last regular seeding. The seeding game, not regular season really, because we had a couple months off, so I guess we'll just call them the seeding game. So he ends up both of them, they can be taken off. Murray, Mitchell, and Van Fleet all play today, so we can reevaluate their performances today for tomorrow. All right, we do have a couple of additions here, folks. People went off on their first playoff game, so we'll keep it. We'll go to the Heat Pacers game for our first nominee. Who do you think it's going to be? It's going to be Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Buckets in the fourth quarter. Once again, coming up late in the fourth quarter. Well done. 28 points, not a lot for the cash list, but when he scored them, always getting that bucket when the game was close to, keep the lead going up by like 2 or 4 or bringing down the deficit to about, 1 or tie the game. So just great when he was scoring the buckets. We saw him in the highlights in the fourth quarter hitting some good jumpers, some good 3s. So we're going to reward Jimmy Butler. Great performance here by the Heat all around. Able to get the win, double-digit win, breaking it open in the fourth quarter. So that's really when you want your stars to shine, and Jimmy Butler, the star for the Heat, he shined bright yesterday. All right, so Jimmy Butler, well done, making the cash list. We love it. Big on the Heat, and what they showed us yesterday, we're still rocking with them, still rocking with the Heat, big time. Honorable mention to Goran Dragic as well. Once again, kind of clutch like Jimmy Butler. 24 big points for the man. Well done. 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Still still decent on the other ends of the stat sheet for him. So well done. He was a plus 20 when he was on the floor. Absolutely insane. And then you know what? He was originally not going on the cash list, but I kind of talked myself into putting him on. Bam Adebayo getting it done, all ends of the floor, 17 points. 10 rebounds. We said the 4 offensive was fantastic. 6 rebounds. He led the team with 6 assists. And then he was a plus 23 as well. Just down low. A little bit too much to handle all around for the Pacers. So we weren't originally going to put him on, but I kind of talked myself onto it. So Bam Adebayo, well done. I think I spelled your name wrong, but we're going to double check. Adebayo. Adebayo. Oh, there we go. All right, well done to Bam Adebayo. Fantastic work. You deserve it on there. What you've done all around yesterday, getting it done on every facet of the game, offensively, defensively, and then you plus 23. Besides, the Pacers could not handle you. So well done. All right, let's go back to this Portland game. We don't like putting players on losing teams onto the cash list, but we have to make an exception for the stat line, man. 23 points, 17 rebounds, 16 assists. What the heck? Absolutely magnificent from LeBron. We would have liked to see him maybe get like 27 points, something like that, but you can't disrespect a triple-double that is 23, 17, and 16, can you? LeBron in a losing effort, unfortunate. We are going to make the exception here and put him on the list. Doing his part and more. Absolutely fantastic. Doesn't get the win, so we will judge him a little bit harder going into next game. But, I mean, that's 23, 17, and 16. I mean, it speaks for itself, really. Speaks for itself. All right, moving on to Orlando and the Bucks. Oh my God! When you think, without looking at the score, you would probably think, "Oh, we're putting Giannis on." No, we're not. We're not putting Giannis on it. I mean, we probably could. We probably should, right? 31 points, 17 rebounds, 7 assists. He was -9 on the floor, which is kind of surprising, right? But the Magic were able to get him figured out, and we are going to put Vucevic, a great leader, really hitting big threes. He went 5 of 8 from 3. Absolutely fantastic. Really hitting clutch threes when Milwaukee was cutting that lead shorter and shorter and shorter. Vucevic would hit a nice shot from 3 or go and drive down low and put him up, extending that lead. So well done to him. 35 points, 14 rebounds, 4 assists. He shot 62%. He shot 62% from 3 as well. So, I mean, the man was an absolute factor all over the floor. Really leading his team. He led the team in points, but then we had a ton of contributions coming from everywhere. 15 from Gary Clark, James Ennis with 11, Fournier with 9, Fultz with 15, Terrence Ross with 18, DJ Augustine with 11. So, this Vucevic spark really ignited the entire roster for this Magic team, gave him the confidence. Vucevic led this team, gave him the leadership that this team needed without Aaron Gordon, and they're able to steal game 1 from the Bucks, which is absolutely fantastic. And they even did it at home. The Bucks were the home team. Could you believe it? The Magic going in to the Bucks home floor and winning? Absolutely insane. So we are going to put Nikola Vucevic on the cash list. Fantastic performance. And we love fantastic performances here. That's why we have the list. Ooh, I spelled this wrong. Vucevic. I think it's this. Here we go. Did I spell that right? Here we go. Vucevic. Hello. Vucevic. Yeah, that's right? Vucevic. V-U-C. Alrighty. There it is. Is that going to do it? That is going to do it. Those are our additions. Additions here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We were going to put somebody else. Okay. I messed up. We do have one more, and it's going to go to this. Houston. I keep calling them the Heat. Jesus Christ. I see the H and I'm saying Heat. Heat. We got Houston versus OKC here. We are going to go to the Houston side because it's James Harden, 37 points, 11 rebounds. He went 6 of 13 for 3. Jesus Christ, putting up 18 points from 3. And as we said it time and time again, that's what's hurting the Thunder is that outside shooting. They cannot get over it. They cannot even try to compete with it, and they're not going to be able to stop it. I mean, if they're going to stop it, then the Rockets are just going to shoot it more and 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 more. They don't care. They live and die by it, and so far they've been living by it here in Orlando. They're not going to slow down. They're not going to take their foot off the gas in the three-point column. They're just going to keep shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting it. What the Thunder need is just luck. That's it. They just need the Rockets to be off one night to try and get the win. And then they need to all play fantastic like they've been doing. But luck is just going to be the answer for the Thunder. Unfortunate, but that's the case. They just need the Thunder to shoot less than 50. They just need the Thunder. The Thunder just need the Rockets to shoot less than. No, to make less than about like 15 threes. If you can hold them to under maybe 15 threes, then maybe you got a chance. So what is that? That's just luck. The hope that they miss because if you play good defense and close out a good 3, they're just going to shoot 10 more the next possession. So it doesn't really matter. So they just need luck on their side, but we digress a little bit. This is about the cashless performance, so well done to James Harden. Absolutely deserve it. And now we've got a good cash list here. All right, we were looking a little thin going into these game ones of the playoffs, but look at these players balling out. I mean, we get to see Jamal Murray and Donovan Mitchell go again at it today. This is going to be fantastic. We love to see it. Absolute battle by those two in the first performance. So we'll see if both of these can stay on the cash list. Donovan Mitchell ended up losing, so we are going to have to judge him a little bit more here going into game number 2, but I think he can keep up his absolute tear that he was on last game, dropping 52 or 57. Just absolutely fantastic. Fred VanVleet, he's going to be good to go today as well, and he dropped about 30 that game 1, so absolutely fantastic. We do have a couple of people that we got to put on the trash list. Tyler here already on the trash list, but we can take him off by this performance. Not bad, 15 points. The team wins. He didn't have to take the last second shot to make her win the game. That's why he's on here, because he had that last second shot that did not fall. Good performance other than that, but when you got a chance to make the game-winning bucket, you got to make it. So Tyler Hero, well done. Good performance, and it's just enough to take you off. So well done. Didn't think you were going to be on here long anyway. But we do have 2 additions. First one, we're going to go to the Orlando Bucks game. I was this close to putting the entire Bucks team on the trash list just for losing and not making it really even competitive. You lose by double digits against the Magic. What is going on? Are we in the Bizarro universe? Everything is upside down. Up is right and left is up, and who knows what the fuck is going on with down. So we are going to be a little more nuanced. We are going to be a little more nuanced here at Takes by Fans and not take the easy way out and put the entire Bucks roster on the trash list, even though they kind of deserve it. We are going to look at Chris Middleton, the number 2 of the squad, the Robin of Giannis's Batman. We need more from you, Chris Middleton, and you know this. You know these are not good points for you. 14 points on 33% shooting. Get that up. Help Giannis out a little bit, man. He's got 31 points and 17 rebounds. What are you doing? The number 2 putting up 14 points, getting outscored by Eric Bledsoe. I mean, we love Eric Bledsoe. He's a fantastic player, but he should not be scoring more points than the number 2 option, Chris Middleton. Come on. 6 rebounds to go along with it. You're a -8 on the floor. Didn't really need you on there. Chris Middleton, you end up on the trash list. You need to step up big time for your squad, or or Giannis will walk. I know he will walk. I know he says, "Oh, I love it here in Milwaukee." The classic corporate answer, but we're not believing it. Who wants to play in Milwaukee anyway? And especially when you're losing, first round of the playoffs to the Magic, you're looking for the first ticket out of there, no doubt. So Chris Middleton, unfortunate, but deserved. Deserved. We think you are very overhyped. Oh, Jesus Christ. Ripping out the earbuds. I'm going deaf. Talking free, talking wild. But yeah, Chris Middleton, just absolute. I wouldn't say it's pathetic. 14 points is kind of respectable if you're not a number 2. But, even C.J. McCollum, he was able to kind of step up big for the Portland as the number 2 and putting up 21 points. Chris Middleton, you have to step it up. Scoring only 14 points against the Orlando Magic team is unacceptable. Unacceptable. Giannis is counting on you. Milwaukee is counting on you. Milwaukee's fan base is counting on you to step up so Giannis doesn't walk after the season. Jesus Christ. Get it together, Chris, and put up at least 20. Jesus. Put up 20, and then we'll talk. But Chris Middleton, you've got to go on the cash list for now. Then we have one more addition that's going to be in this Lakers-Portland game. And it's nobody from Portland. Close game going into the fourth quarter, midway fourth quarter. That's when the lead for the Trailblazers start to break out, and you start to look at the box score and see, who could have done more. And I'll say it's here. A lot of ones going across the board here. One. We see a ton of ones by Caldwell Pope on 29 minutes. Can you get that up a little bit? You went 0 of 9 from the field in a close game? Not helping out the king? Not helping out LeBron's legacy? LeBron is giving you a prime opportunity to go win a ring, Caldwell Pope, and you're saying, no thanks. That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying with this stat line. No thanks, LeBron. No thanks. Thanks for the opportunity to win a ring, but I think I'll check out in the first round. LeBron doesn't play that shit, and neither do we here at Takes by Fans. So Caldwell Pope, 1 point in 29 minutes, 0 of 9 shooting. What is that? What is that? What is that? What is that? About to put in Deion Waiters as the starter, right? Don't even know if I spelled it right. I did. Look at me go. Look at me go. We'll capitalize the P just because. And Caldwell Pope is officially, accurately, on the list. Sorry, not sorry to Chris Middleton, Caldwell Pope. Step it up and, be a factor of why your team is winning. Not just hide in the background and be a reason why your team is losing, right? Caldwell Pope, 1 point? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. It was a close game midway in the fourth quarter. You could have been the difference maker. You could have been on the cash list, but you decided to be trash and go on that side of the list, which, hey, if that's what you want to do, hey, who am I to say that's bad, right? Alrighty, let's go to our last segment of the day, the moneymaker. Oh, man, 1 point away from winning. 1 point. 1 point. You ever see that? You ever been 1 point away from winning your fucking parlay? Huh? This is what we had yesterday. We were pretty confident about it. We kind of second-guessed ourselves. We originally had the Heat -4, but we thought it was going to be a little bit closer, and it kind of was. We were kind of right. Late fourth quarter, that's when the Heat really took advantage and blew out the lead a little bit. But other than that, we were kind of right, real right on the money on this Heat-Pacers game. We thought it was going to be real close. That's why we didn't really want to take -4, but we also didn't believe in the Pacers enough for the +4, but we really liked the over 215. And the Heat did their part. T.J. Warren and the Pacers did not contribute so heavy on theirs. 113-101. That's a total of 214, and we had over 215. That's where we lose. How unfortunate, right? But still solid. Still hitting 2 of 3, almost 3 of 3. We'd stick with this Heat Pacers over 215 probably again if it was if tomorrow that line is the same. We probably take that again over 215 and just hope that Victor Oladipo is back and T.J. Warren maybe scores 3 or 4 more points and then we'd be good. So. Not a bad bet. We'd probably still take it, even though we lost by 1 point. We'd still probably take it. Let's see the free throws. how many free throws missed? So Heat missed 5. That's a couple of 5 extra points that could have been. And the Pacers missed 3. So that's 8 free points that could have swung either way. So once again, we take that bet again. Not a bad bet. And we go 2 of 3 for the day, which, if you're betting individually, that is a winning day. Which is what we do here. We're always at 66% here at Takes by Fans. It's just finding, that third team to finish off that parlay is really hard. But 2-teamers, we'd be good all day. We hit them, and yeah, we're good here. Our percentage is good here at Takes by Fans. Y'all don't have to play me. I know what I'm talking about. Don't play me. But then, all right, Rockets minus half a point. And, we called it pretty good. We like what the Thunder are doing yesterday, but were we really going to just discredit James Harden just like that? I mean, come on. It's James Harden versus an entire OKC team. We have to bet on James Harden until he proves otherwise, right? We can't just go and say, Chris Paul, we love the work you're doing, and that's why we're betting on you. We can't just fall in love with that. We love the Clippers. Or we love the Thunder, we love Chris Paul, but we can't bet against James Harden. We can't bet against a well-rested James Harden. The man went on an absolute tear. That's what really pushed us over the edge when we were taking this game yesterday, which sucks because now tomorrow that spread is going to be probably 5. The spread tomorrow is probably going to be 5 or 6 for the Rockets, and it sucks. You missed your golden opportunity for a -5 bet here. It's going to go up, and now it's going to be even harder for us to bet the Rockets. But we're pretty sure that they're going to win probably by 10 every game. So we should be pretty confident taking the Rockets -5 or 6 tomorrow. Hopefully it's not any more than that. And then, oh, my God, it literally lit up. Like, I had to make an entire post about it yesterday because that Blazers +6.5 was absolutely free money. I called it. I told y'all to bet your entire life savings just on that one game because that spread made no sense to me. We thought it may have been a trap bet set up by Vegas, but we dove right into the trap. We smelled the attraction of that trap, and hey, it paid off. They won outright, didn't even need the 6.5. Blazers beat the Lakers 193, so that Blazers +6 just did not make any sense to me. This Lakers team is not that great. You have LeBron and Anthony Davis. Yes, that is fantastic. But other than that, they are struggling. They are scraping the bottom of the player's barrel to try and have somebody else step up big for this team. I mean, Kyle Kuzma, not really. I mean, 14 points is good. It's good for coming off the bench, but they just need that number 3 to step up and consistently deliver 20+ points like Lou Williams is doing on the Clippers on the bench. So they just need that third player, and until somebody arrives, we have to bet these Blazers team because Damian Lillard is absolutely clutch. He's hitting big time threes. We have Nurkic down low who's getting it done. CJ McCollum who's stepping up. Not too impressive so far in the bubble, but hey, he put up 20, so we give him credit here in the first game against the Lakers. And then we've got Carmelo Anthony, who's also clutch as shit, bruh. He's only putting up 11 points in the last game, but hey, he's scoring in the fourth quarter. If there's any time to score, it's then. It's not Caldwell Pope putting up 1 point somewhere randomly. That's a non-factor in 29 minutes. So the Blazers +6 was a great bet. It was a steal. Unfortunately, that's going to come down tomorrow too, so we have to readjust. It's probably going to be, it may even be even. The spread may be like Lakers +1. Blazers could be negative tomorrow. That's a watch. That's watch out for that because if the Blazers are -1 tomorrow, we may have to overcorrect a little bit and take the Lakers. Game 2, LeBron. We'll see how he does, but the spread tomorrow should be interesting to discover. Alrighty, so that's what we did yesterday. 2 of 3. Looking to hit today. Couple of good games. Before we look at the lines, I did not look at any lines today. We're going to try and guess what they are today. Let's get what they were yesterday, 2 days ago. 2 days ago. This is what it was. No. Sorry. I can't remember all the lines, so we are just going to have to go. We were able to get 3 of the 4 lines. I believe this Nets-Raptors one closed at about 10, I think. 10 points. It's going to come down a little. Well, it's probably not going to come down a little bit. Raptors ended up winning by double digits. What'd they do? They won by 24. So it's probably going to be 11 or 12. And we probably still stay away from it. I mean, the Raptors are very good. Brooklyn Nets, I mean, they kind of blew their wad that last regular seeding game against the Blazers, putting up 133 and just losing by 1 point. So I don't expect the Nets to be as competitive as like the Magic have been playing against the Bucks. I expect another Raptors win pretty much easily. We're gonna stay away because we know this line is gonna be big. It's gonna be plus. It's gonna be 10 plus for the Raptors. So probably stay away from it. I mean, but probably still the safest bet is the Raptors minus however many. Jazz and Nuggets. It was Jazz plus 4.5. This one may come down a little bit. I know the Nuggets won by 10, but that was in overtime, and it was a real close game back and forth in that fourth quarter, tied at 115 going into the overtime period, and Jokic had the chance at a game winner in regulation, so the plus 4 could have hit for us. It's probably going to be Jazz plus 3 again. I don't expect it to change too much, so don't be fooled by that plus 10 win for the Nuggets in that overtime period in their first game. So probably going to be Jazz plus 3 a little bit, probably coming down 1.5 points, just how well they played. Once again, we probably take the Jazz. No Mike Conley still, but Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert were really getting it done, and Jamal Murray was very, very clutch late in that fourth quarter we saw. So probably going to stay with Jazz plus 3 if that's what the line is. Probably not switching to the Nuggets just yet. We're going to see how long Donovan Mitchell can last, and we are going to probably ride and die on him today on our Moneymaker. Alrighty, that brings us to the 76ers in Boston. Celtics minus 6.5. It probably will hover around that. It may come down a little bit, maybe to about -5. Embiid really had them playing well throughout the entire game, and then once again, just in that fourth quarter, the Celtics, the better team, able to take over in the fourth quarter, which is really what you expect. So originally the line was -6.5. Probably goes down to 5 maybe, and I think we still take it. Hopefully it doesn't climb too much. I don't expect it would. I don't think it would climb to like 7 or 8. Hopefully it stays around 5 or 6 and we take it kind of easily. Joel Embiid had a great game yesterday or 2 days ago in their first game. We probably don't expect the same performance. A big out. Gordon Hayward for the Celtics is out. So, yeah, that line is going to definitely come down a little bit. And we don't think it's going to affect the Celtics. Yeah, Gordon Hayward is a key player. He can hit big-time shots. He's able to spread the floor just by his ability to hit the three. But we know the Celtics can take care of business with just Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, so we're not going to expect a too big of difference in this series without Gordon Hayward. He's out for 4 weeks, by the way. 4 weeks on that ankle sprain. Did not see that coming. That's going to definitely affect them in the second round when they have to face the Raptors. That's when they'll miss Gordon Hayward, but we don't think it's going to be too much of a big factor for the 76ers. Hopefully, I doubt Vegas overcorrects with Gordon Hayward coming out and brings the line down. We don't expect that to happen because obviously Vegas is smart. They know they make the money. So hopefully this spread is still around 4, 5, or 6, and we take it. Then the Clippers, Mavericks, who knows what they're going to have the spread at. Kristaps Porzingis not playing the last quarter and a half. Luka doing what Luka does. Clippers doing what they do. Originally, it was Mavs plus 6.5, and the Clippers won by 9? 8. They won by 8. So the spread is probably going to stay the same just because Kristaps Porzingis did not play the last minute and a half, so maybe even the line comes down to like Mavs plus 3, and that's when we get out. That's when we start taking the Clippers -3. Do not get suckered in to the Mavs played well without Porzingis. Yeah, but down the stretch it's going to be the Clippers. So maybe we're hoping that it's either left at 6.5 of what it was last game. Then we still stick with Dallas plus 6.5 because Porzingis did not play the last quarter and a half, or if Vegas is trying to get ahead of it, if they go to Mavericks +3 because they think people will bet heavy on the Mavericks, then we jump off and bet the Clippers -3. But why guess? We have the information ahead of us about half hour out from this Nets game, so we can bet this if we like the spread. We don't expect we are going to like the spread, but let's see what we've got here. Refresh it. Let's see what these new lines are. Here we go. Nets Raptors at 11. That's what we thought it was going to be about. The same, about 10 to 13. It's just too much for me, man. I really do not like double-digit spreads like this, so I tend to stay away from that. I think the best bet is Raptors -11.5. I don't think I would ever take the Nets +11.5. They're good, but this Raptors team, they're just so consistent. They're so well coached. They're ready for every game. The Nets, they really just need to have everything fall in their favor. They kind of need that spark to ignite them. The Raptors don't need that. They'll go in at a 1 o'clock game, in Orlando and just go off and win by 30. So the Nets, they need that spark. That's why they kind of contended well against the Bucks and well against the Clippers. They just needed that, spark. Oh, these are the best teams, and they say we have no shot. All right, let's go out and play. And then they played well against the Blazers. They had something to play for because, hey, we can eliminate a team. If you give me the chance to eliminate a team, I'm going to go and try my best to eliminate that team, no doubt. So Nets, Raptors. I mean, the Raptors aren't, the big bad wolf like the Bucks and the Clippers are. They're a lovable team. They're a great team. They play 1 through 5. Everybody's going to get involved. So it's not like the Nets are like, they're saying, the Raptors are so much better than us. We can go out there and, flip the switch. It doesn't really work like that way against the Raptors. They're always cool, calm, collected. Nobody's bigger than the team. So I don't expect the Nets to really put up a big fight. And the -11 is probably the best play. We are going to stay away from it, I believe, unless everything else doesn't look great to me. All right, the Jazz and Nuggets, hey, still +4, and I think we're taking it. It went down from -4.5 to -4. We expected it to change a little bit. We are still kind of glad that it's about the 4 mark. We think that's enough for the Jazz. Michael Porter Jr. didn't have such a great game for the Nuggets. We do expect Donovan Mitchell maybe to step back just a little bit from his performance, but they'll get it figured out. This is game 2. People make adjustments. Jamal Murray, he's good. We're hoping he's not as clutch. So with Jamal Murray coming down, Michael Porter Jr. elevating his points just a little bit, that'll probably even out from what happened last game. So +4, I think we're still going to ride with it. Still riding with the Jazz here. I still like Rudy Gobert. His defensive effort is unchallenged, really. Hopefully Jokic doesn't have a great night. Hopefully Rudy Gobert can lock him down in the paint to force him away from the basket even more than he already is. So we'll keep that in mind. But I like to rock with the Jazz +4. I think that's still good. All right, the Celtics -4.5. This is great. Vegas is kind of overcorrecting for that Gordon Hayward being out for 4 weeks. We don't think it's going to play a key part against the 76ers today or in the series in general. Embiid was kind of having a great game in their first meeting, kind of fell apart late in the fourth, but once again, this Celtics team, they're deep. Everybody plays 1 through 5, getting it done consistently. So without Gordon Hayward, it's going to suck in the second round, but in the first round, we'll take a -4.5. I think this is a mistake by Vegas. People are going to see that Gordon Hayward's out, so bet the 76ers. I don't think that's the case. Yes, Gordon Hayward's a good player. Yes, they rely on him, but the 76ers team, the Celtics don't need to be at 100% to even compete with them. So I love the Celtics -4.5, even without Gordon Hayward. I think that is the best play in that game. That brings us to the Mavs and Clippers, and they still leave it at 6. All right. This is interesting now. There's been bad blood in this game. Everybody hated Porzingis being ejected midway through the third quarter. There's going to be bad blood all around. This is going to be a very competitive game. Mavericks have something to prove. They said, hey, we only lost that first game because Porzingis didn't play the last half, basically. So, close game. Luka Doncic was doing his thing. We still have to ride with the Mavs. +6. Hey, give it to us. If it was 3 or lower, we jump off and go to the Clippers. But 6 with Porzingis, we're going to rock with it another time here. They lost by 8 without Porzingis down low in the stretch. +6, I think, is the good play. Vegas is kind of still waiting to figure out the series. We'll get a better picture after tonight. Hopefully Porzingis doesn't get ejected again. We don't think he will. Refs probably swallowed their whistle a little bit. They saw how outraged everybody was. We had players speaking out. We had LeBron speaking out. When LeBron speaks out, people listen. Commissioner listens. Ref listens. Things get squashed. Things get changed just like that when the king speaks. So we are going to keep Mavs +6. So basically what we had yesterday, or in their last meeting, we're taking the Jazz +4.5 or 4. They were 4.5 last time. We're taking the Celtics -4.5. That went down from the other game, which we are thankful for. And then the Mavs +6. We are going to still ride with it. We liked it. The first time I told y'all I would bet it again, and I am basically betting this shit again. What did we lose? We lost on a couple games. We lost the Mavs +6.5. They ended up losing by 8. Close game. No Porzingis. We say it again. That's why we're betting this again. We hit on the Celtics -6, and now they're only -3.5 or 4.5. -4.5. We think it's good. Gordon Hayward not going to be that much of a hindrance in the first round by being out. And then we had the Jazz +4.5. They ended up losing by 10 in overtime. In overtime, if Jokic hits that sky hook to win the game, we're talking about it a little bit differently. But yeah, close game that goes into overtime, and then overtime's a crapshoot anyway. So yeah, this is the moneymaker. We're feeling real good about it. Predicted the line's pretty much spot on here. Jazz +4, Celtics -4.5, and the Mavericks +6. That's the bet, y'all. Bet it and bet it big. Y'all already know the deal. Went 1 point away from hitting yesterday. We are going to get that fixed and hit it today. I'm feeling it. Alrighty, well, that's it for today. Follow me on Twitter at TakesByFans. You already know the deal. Be a part of the conversation on Twitter, and come watch live Monday through Friday, noon Eastern, at twitch.tv/TakesByFans. Alrighty, go make yourself some money. Bet that 3-team parlay. Bet a grande, and we will see you tomorrow when you are cashing that ticket in. Yes, sir.